Hello everyone, I'm Megan Sullivan and welcome back to my channel. I apologize for my absence last month. May was a super busy month for me as a video game consultant, meaning I play games early and give developers feedback on what works in their game and what doesn't, but because of NDAs, I can't talk about any of these games. At any rate, what I can talk about is all the awesome RPG news coming out of Summer Game Fest, and there was a lot. Games were announced, release dates were announced, demos were dropped, and we even got some cool trailers and previews to go with all this awesome news. So let's talk about the 15, yes 15, not 10, biggest news items out of Summer Game Fest, and we'll be doing this in alphabetical order so as not to play favorites. Keep in mind, however, there was a lot of RPG news, so I had to pick and choose my battles carefully here. I couldn't get to everything, and I'm sorry about that. So with that said, let's start with the A's, as in Assassin's Creed Shadows. As a lover of Japanese history and someone who was absolutely obsessed with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I am super excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows, which takes place in the closing years of Japan's Sengoku era, also known as the Warring States period. We've now learned, thanks to a hefty gameplay walkthrough at Ubisoft Forward, that before starting a mission, players will be able to choose between two awesome-sounding protagonists, the stealthy Nae, who has been trained as a shinobi, aka a ninja, so her superpower is stealth, and the strong and brave Yasuke, who takes a more direct approach to battle, whether that's battering down fools with an oversized mace or slicing and dicing them with a sword. Both gameplay styles look amazing, and I can't wait to play this game, which comes out November 15th of this year. Now let's move on to Obsidian's upcoming RPG Avowed, which in awesome news can be played in first-person or third-person mode. Apparently the studio accidentally leaked the release date, November 12th seems to be the drop date, but then erased the information. At any rate, we did get to see a new trailer for the game, showing off actual gameplay and learn more about what's happening. In Avowed, players will explore colorful environments while investigating rumors of a spreading plague with a secret that threatens to destroy everything. Players can tinker with an array of weapons and magic while out and about in the world, and story-wise, they'll have to choose a side in what I assume is some sort of conflict that will determine the outcome of the story. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the art style, and although the mechanics look interesting, they don't look terribly revolutionary, but in Obsidian we trust, so it might be worth checking this game out in November for Xbox and PC. Now this next one definitely caught my attention, and that is the announcement of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, a reactive turn-based RPG by Sandfall Interactive. This game looks wild, y'all, and apparently features Ben Starr as a voice talent, so even more exciting. According to the game's official website, in the game, players will lead the members of Expedition 33 on their quest to destroy the paintress, so that she can never paint death again. The game promises a mature and moving narrative and an evocative art style inspired by French art and architecture. Oh man, I am so in on this one. Expedition 33 is coming to the Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and PC 2025, so we have a ways to go, but hopefully it's worth the wait. And now let's talk Diablo. Coming out on October 8th on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, the Vessel of Hatred expansion for Diablo 4 will introduce a new class called the Spiritborn. Vessel of Hatred will also add a number of new features, including mercenaries, okay, that sounds useful, and an endgame PvE co-op activity. Now, we didn't really see any gameplay at the Xbox showcase, but between mercenaries and a, quote, first-of-its-kind dungeon in Diablo, it looks like Diablo fans have something to look forward to this October. And now on to Dragon Age: The Veilguard, coming out this September for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. It's been 10 years. Wait, what? 10 years? Hold on, let me look this up. Yeah, 2014, wow. Since Dragon Age Inquisition came out, and people want to know what happened after the events of the Inquisition, and we're finally going to find out. Over Summer Game Fest, we were introduced to the cast of characters that make up the Veilguard: Harding the Scout, Nev the Detective, Lucanus the Mage Killer, Belara the Veil Jumper, Emmerich the Necromancer, Davrin the Warden, and Tosh the Dragon Hunter, and we saw a little bit of gameplay for Veilguard, which looked fine, but we still don't know a whole lot about the game, so we'll have to wait and see. And with that, let's continue with Fable! We finally got to see gameplay for Playground Games' Fable and learn a bit more about the story, all revealed at the Xbox showcase for Summer Game Fest, and I'm excited for what we've seen so far. According to The Verge, Fable will be centered on a hero named Humphrey who will be forced out of retirement when a mysterious figure, I assume that's a player, from his past threatens Albion's very existence. It appears that choice will once again play a big part in the experience, and there will be flirting and fighting and swordplay and magic and giant toads, but that's all we know so far. Diablo is coming to PC and Xbox and will be available on Xbox Game Pass day one sometime in 2025. Woohoo! Next is Fallout 76. There's a new expansion called Skyline Valley coming out for Xbox, PC, and PlayStation, and it's the game's biggest expansion yet. It takes place in the Appalachians, and the most exciting thing here is that you can now actually play as a ghoul, most likely thanks to Walton Goggins' deservedly popular ghoul character from the Fallout TV series. Love that series. Go check it out on Amazon if you haven't already. The Skyline Valley update is currently available for testing on Fallout 76 test realms and is set to release on June 12th. Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn revealed a July 18th release date at the Xbox Games Showcase. This Souls-like looks very interesting to say the least and will release on PC, PlayStation 5, and the Xbox Series, in addition to being available day one on Xbox and PC Game Pass. Now, this next one isn't exactly Summer Game Fest related, it's more of a Summer Game Fest adjacent story, but a quick shout out to Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail. Previews for the new job classes Viper and Pictomancer are now out in the wild, and here's just some of the things to expect from the upcoming expansion. We'll be getting an upgrade to the glamour system, good, a graphics upgrade, great, and high-end raids. Also, some job classes have undergone a few tweaks, and just a reminder that Dawn Trail drops on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC July 2nd. If you're a Metal Slug fan, get amped because the demo for Metal Slug Tactics has dropped on PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PlayStation. Yay! This turn-based roguelike RPG sees the cast of Metal Gear using their noggins to win battles strategically. How? Each playable character can move and shoot in the same turn, and like in Fire Emblem and other strategy games, if you have two or more units close together, they'll actually sync up their attacks, meaning one character attacks and then other characters follow up with their own attacks at no extra turn cost. They have modifiable weapons, passive and active abilities, can use ground cover and height for an advantage, etc., etc. I played the demo and overall I really enjoyed it. Metal Gear Tactics comes out this fall, but you can play the demo right now, so go do so. Meanwhile, we got to learn a bit more about the upcoming turn-based JRPG Metaphor ReFantazio. The game looks like Persona in Fantasyland, not a bad thing at all, and features 40 archetypes, Persona-like beings / job classes with unique combat powers and abilities. These archetypes include ninja, merchant, warrior, destroyer, gunner, assassin, and knight. Interesting. Metaphor ReFantazio is on its way to PlayStation consoles, Xbox consoles, and PC on October 11th. Okay, this next one is fun. We got a new trailer for Phantom Blade Zero by developer S-Game, an action RPG for the PC and PlayStation that plays less like a Soulsborne and more like a Devil May Cry game. It's based on combos and fast-paced action. This game looks super slick and cool, and I love that it threads in Chinese lore and kung fu-inspired moves. Apparently, we'll get to play this game sometime this year. Are you a Starfield fan? Well, you'll like this news. Starfield Shattered Space, a new DLC, is coming sometime this year and apparently puts you in the middle of a conflict with a cult called the Serpent's Embrace. Not only that, but the game just received a new update that includes new locations, new gear, new bounties, etc., etc. So I'm not spending a whole lot of time on this one because, to be honest, I bounced out of Starfield pretty early, but I hope this is exciting news for Starfield fans. Let me know in the comments below. And then we have new content for World of Warcraft called The War Within. Dropping August 26, players will journey through never-before-seen subterranean worlds filled with hidden wonders and lurking perils down to the dark depths of the Nerubian Empire, where the inscrutable Harbinger of the Void has gathered her arachnid forces to bring Azeroth to its knees. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing any of these names right. The only MMO I've ever played is Final Fantasy XIV. At any rate, this sounds pretty cool, and you should be able to play it again in August. And finally, we got a new look at Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, another Souls-like action RPG coming out this time by Chinese developer Linzi Games. Set during the Ming Dynasty in China, players embody Bai Wu Chang, who is cursed with demonic blood and forced to battle all sorts of supernatural beings. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers is coming out in 2025 and will launch day one on Xbox Game Pass for Series X and S. It's also coming to PlayStation 5 and PC. At any rate, there are your top 15 RPGs of Summer Game Fest. I do want to give a shout out to games like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which got a new trailer, and Sacrifice and other small, cool RPGs we just didn't have time to cover here, but be sure to check them out as well if you have time. What did you think of the RPGs of Summer Game Fest? Let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you later.